fascinating, as we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Looking for room at the 25. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got him in the flat. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. That'll pay off big time in late in the season.
The Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got his man quickly. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And the Rams have enough for the 1st down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game. Get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Here he comes from his own end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Handoff to the single running back. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
29-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Walker will fire. He's got his man. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get into football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the change. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have to cover a ton of ground, moving at 33 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
First and 10.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
Tackle is made at the 14-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide out in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
A first down run in the red zone. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
At the 6-yard line. Brings up second and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colorado State 14, Texas 0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Quickly complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Walker to throw. Got it! And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line. Tried to push his way in, but not quite enough on 4th and goal.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. but it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football.
And he breaks into the open. The 40. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Walker will fire. Quick strike complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catch it, big fella.
And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well.
Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Texas. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Rams with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Walker to throw. Gets it out fast. And tackled there by the defense. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Here comes the Texas offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
They'll try the run. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's running in the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
To the air on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 here. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back, I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Quick release by the QB. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Big fullback's got it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration, set up that play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a rookie.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he makes the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Walker will fire. Flushed out of the pocket. He looks that one in nicely.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. Rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the jet sweep, racing for the edge and the sticks. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rams will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Take over. First and 10.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think
He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
That is such a nice job by the receiver there in that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting downfield. He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was catch it and run it into the end zone.
Well, and I think people underestimate the timing of a flea flicker, right? When you got to hand the football off, get the toss back, and the quarterback now be in sync with the receiver, and he catches it, you're right, and then gets into the end zone like he's supposed to for the big-time play.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
Ringo! Ringo! Move!
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State.
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. A third down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll throw one to his right. It's complete! A huge pickup! Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Caught. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's running free down the middle. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Rams! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Colorado State.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming.
29 Philly. 2-9.
It's incomplete, so the two-point conversion no good, but there is a flag on the play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I don't know how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have 2 people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They want to run it left here. Oh, what a spin! And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And how about that, man? If you're a defense, that's demoralizing. You get them in a known passing situation. They slip the run in there. All you got to do now, you're playing deep for pass, but now come up, just make the tackle. Force a 4th down. The defense could not get the back on the ground, Palmer, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, David, and better gap integrity up front, too, on defense. I know you think it's going to be Pat.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. They'll run the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
At the 16-yard line. Brings up second down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 35, Colorado State 26.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Green 25.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score and score quickly.
Got his man quickly.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Offense gets set for second down. The give to the back. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
26.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Like, if you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The Rams in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. Walker to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Colorado State.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
41, Colorado State, 33.
He'll call for the fair catch here. So now the Longhorn veterans take over and they'll send out the offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And they can't make the connection. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Running to the left. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the returner goes down. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Got his man down the middle. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's going to pass. Makes his connection. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
2nd down coming up.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning.
On the set.
Walker will fire. Finds his back in the middle. Knocked down for the tackle. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes, and the way moments, that could be a costly play.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Movement here from the tight end. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching...
The expressway is wide open. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal.
42 spot, goal.
Sticks it in his belly. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
That is add the insult to injury. Running the football late, could have taken a knee, could have ran the clock out, but those stats count, those stats matter, and this handshake with the coaches might get a little more interesting.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's